All right, guys, welcome back. Got another movie review for you. Um, Getting back to my movie reviews and my book reviews and all this kind of stuff. I've been out of for a while, but I definitely wanted to start giving back to that because I've been doing a lot of this lately, and I want to share with you guys. So, forgive me if some of the stuff I'm not saying some of the right things and I'm not doing some of the right things. I'm still trying to get back into the groove of it, so I don't want to miss out on too much. But bear with me, bear with me. So this is another movie. It's called The Substance. If it stars Demi Moore and Dennis Quaid are the two big names. There's some Margaret Dooley. I'm not familiar with her. She might be a newer actress. It just came out last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Actually, it said it came out back in August. But either way, it is a great movie. I'm already giving my thoughts. It's a really good movie about the idea of being a celebrity and being really famous and people loving you and liking you, and you get old. You get too old, and you run out of time. And what do? You get kicked out of the things that you know. People stop looking for you, and you're phased out for the new and young thing. This happens to Demi Moore's character in this movie, and you'll see from the trailer, which I got here. Let me just pull it up. Bam. In the trailer, and Dennis Quaid is like her manager, and he's he's kind of an a-hole, right? But he gets to the point where he's like, I'm done with her. She's old. She's all this. I don't need her anymore. I need something new and hot. And you see they're taking her face off of the billboards and stuff. And she gets to the point where she's like, oh, I need to do something. She's sad. Well, eventually she gets a message from this guy that says, hey, go to this locker, pull out this formula, follow this regimen. This regimen is like you have to activate it, which makes you become a younger version of you. You'll duplicate another version of you that's younger, and then once you activate it, you have to maintain it by continuously taking. You have to drain the juices out of your body, out of your old body, into your young body, and then the old body has to drain the juices from the young body. You have to drain the juices from each other to keep each other alive. So when you take the activator, she splits apart, becomes a younger version, and then her consciousness is in that younger version. So it is her mind. And then she can only do that for 7 days. And then after 7 days, she has to switch back to the older version. And the thing is, nobody wants the old Demi. They want the young Demi. So, but when she's young, she gets this power hungry mindset or whatever. And she gets to the point where she's like, I just want to stay young. I don't want to go back to being old. I want to enjoy being young and all this kind of stuff, having guys being attracted to me, having people wanting me for their movies and their shows and stuff like that. And when she goes back to being old, it's even worse because people just treat her even more nasty. Well, when she's young, she kind of takes it too far. She doesn't do the regimen like she's supposed to. And she forgets to take the juice. She takes too much juice out of herself, out of her old self. So she goes from 7 days, like 8 days, 9 days. She overtakes it and she goes back into her old body. When she does that, you have to keep switching every 7 days, because if you don't, the other body starts deteriorating. And when she goes to the old body after like 8 or 9 days, you see the fingers or her hand or her legs starts getting super old. It's like having a piece of meat out too long and just starts rotting. And that's what happens to her. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. What is that crazy girl doing? It's not a crazy girl. It's you. You're doing it as your young self. So there's a lot of conflict, and it's like she's not realizing this is her own doing. This is her own making. This is her doing this. Whoop. So she calls the number. She's like, hey, I'm not satisfied with this. I don't know why this girl's doing this. And he's like, it's not a girl doing it. This is you doing this. And then when she goes young, she sees her older self is complaining. She's like, I don't like that old hag. She's doing this, she's doing that. And it's like, it's you. So it gets to the point where it really comes to a culmination toward the end. And there's a lot of stuff that happens. I will tell you, it gets really nasty. It gets to the point where you're seeing a lot of you see her back is cut out and stuff. You see it sewed up. There's a lot of Cronenberg and Cronenberg monster kind of stuff. There's a lot of like puking. People are puking. blood and guts. There's a lot of nudity. I think this is the first time Demi Moore actually is nude, and it was full nude in the movie. I'm pretty sure it's her nudity too. I'm like, wow, okay. And I think, you know, it's a really good movie. It's a really good movie on the psychological horror, and that psychological horror becoming the physical horror that they're dealing with. So yeah, there's another. I would say this is a really great movie. I'm not sure if it's fantastic. Fantastic is like you're a classic. You're going to be remembered forever on. And I think it kind of hits that because it's such a different movie. It's very stylized. It reminds me of a 1980. Excuse me. Reminds me of like a 1980s monster movie, and um, I want to say it's a great movie at the very least. It may even be a classic. That's how good it is. I don't think enough people are really talking about this. I don't think it's going to do well in the theaters because it's so obscure. It's not your Avengers. It's not the Wild Robot. It's not these other movies that kids can go to. It's very R. This is an R-rated movie. Um, and then another thing about it too, the pacing is good. The characters are good. I thought it was pretty ironic that Demi Moore, she plays a character in the movie that gets too old and she wants to use something like plastic surgery. She wants to use this body formula to become young. And I thought it was funny because Demi Moore, when she was younger, she was hot, right? And she is hot. But then as she got older in the last couple of years, you can tell she's gotten work done on her face. I was like, that is so ironic that she would do that in real life. And then she plays the part in this movie that is almost making fun of that. It's almost saying, hey, learn your lesson and don't do these kind of things. And she plays the part. So it's really funny. It's really cool. Highly recommend it. I saw this yesterday and I was blown away. The only thing is 2.5 hours long. So it's not gonna. I don't see a lot of people sitting down for 2.5 hours for a movie like this, unless this is your thing. But I recommend it. Highly recommend it. All right, so that's the end of the movie review, The Substance. Go check it out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on this channel, on this this video. I would very much appreciate it. Just to share with your friends, tell everybody Rough Reviews is back, and yeah, just keep showing up, keep having fun with me. I appreciate it. A Substance. That was a good movie. Very good movie.